In 1998, in a quiet rural village in Henan province, the early days of spring felt peaceful and familiar. The rooster crowed at dawn, smoke curled gently from kitchen fires, and children ran across dusty courtyards without a worry in the world. But within that warmth, a sudden tragedy shattered the life of an ordinary family. The man of the house, the husband of Li Guiying, lost his life in a violent attack in broad daylight. In just one afternoon, the home that had always been filled with light suddenly fell into silence. For a rural woman with no power, no money, and no knowledge of the law, the truth seemed destined to fade away. Yet, no one could have imagined that from this darkest moment, an extraordinary journey would begin. A journey that would last 17 long years. A journey of a mother, a wife, and a simple woman, whose resolve would prove stronger than anyone ever expected. After that fateful day, Li Guiying's small home sank into a silence that felt almost suffocating. A pair of chopsticks was missing from the dinner table. The familiar wooden stool by the stove remained empty. And at night, the wind slipping through the cracks of the old walls seemed to cut deeper into her loneliness. But grief wasn't the only thing she had to face. Her children were still there, young, fragile, and waiting for their mother to stay strong. And deep inside, she knew that if she didn't seek the truth herself, no one else would. With no knowledge, no money, and no preparation of any kind, she began with the smallest actions, writing down every detail, asking anyone who might know something, holding onto every fragment of memory that could lead to a clue. She went to the local police station again and again, asking how to read case files, how investigations worked, asking so persistently that many were stunned by the determination of a rural woman like her. Then, she started to think like someone searching for the truth. She filled her notebook with phone numbers, names, suspicious timelines. From those scattered pieces, she quietly began to connect the dots. That was the moment her real journey began. A journey she never imagined would take her across dozens of provinces, through bitter winters, and through countless moments when she felt she couldn't go on anymore. Right after the tragedy, Li Guiying refused to collapse. Instead, she chose to rise, standing on the very soil where her life had been shattered, armed with nothing but determination and a belief that justice must not be buried. She taught herself how to read legal documents, how to understand case files, how to notice the tiny details most people overlook. She wrote down suspicious phone numbers, traced area codes, followed every thread that might connect to the men responsible. And then she began to travel through muddy village paths, onto long-distance buses, into crowded rental rooms where people barely remembered their own origins. Every morning she asked herself, "Will today reveal something new?" Every night she whispered, "No matter how tired I am, I cannot stop." There were days she slept outside stadiums, shoes torn, body aching until she couldn't tell earth from mattress. Yet she kept moving, because deep inside, she knew. To stop walking was to let the truth disappear forever. The farther she went, the clearer it became that justice doesn't wait. It must be uncovered piece by piece through layers of silence and dust. And she, a rural mother with no training, had become the one carrying the torch. Her journey wasn't just about finding a killer. It was about bringing light back to her family, to her husband's name, and to every truth hiding in the shadows. So she walked, slowly, steadily, relentlessly, because she understood one thing with absolute clarity. If she paused even for a moment, darkness would return, and she would never allow that. 17 years. It sounds long, but for a mother pursuing justice, it felt like a second lifetime. There were moments when Li Guiying thought she had reached her limit. Clues faded. Time made witnesses forget. And people began to tell her, "Give up. It's all in the past." But she could not. Every time she remembered her husband's face on that final day, the pain pushed her forward, like wind fanning a dying flame, making it burn brightly once more. Then, one day, her story began to reach more people. News spread. Her perseverance touched even strangers, who came together to share, to help. And finally, the phone call she had waited nearly 2 decades for came. A trembling voice said, "It's over, the last one that has been caught." Her knees gave way at that moment, not from exhaustion, but because the weight she had carried for so long was finally lifted. She cried, not tears of despair, but the tears of someone who has finally glimpsed light after a long, dark tunnel. Yet this journey did not harden her heart. Instead, she opened her home, turning it into a place where the vulnerable could come for guidance, for advice on what steps to take. She told them, softly yet firmly, "Justice may be slow, but it will come. The important thing is, don't stop." In the eyes of this ordinary rural mother, there was something no textbook could teach, an unyielding faith. And it was that faith that carried her through 17 years, bringing truth back into the light. After 17 years, when everything finally began to fall into place, Li Guiying had not only secured justice for her husband, but also left behind an invisible legacy, faith and resilience for those around her. She became a living example of perseverance, of refusing to give up, no matter how harsh the challenges. Her small home became a place where people came not just for legal advice, but for inspiration, to learn how to rise above grief and loss. Those who came carried their own stories, their own wounds that seemed impossible to overcome. And she, with her steadfastness and open heart, turned her own pain into a guiding light. Li Guiying's story reminds us that no matter how cruel life may seem, human will can overcome darkness. Justice may not arrive quickly, but perseverance and righteous action will bring the truth to light. And in every challenge, there is always a small flame. If we refuse to give up, that flame will guide the way. The 17-year journey was not just a story of a mother, it is a message for all of us. Hardship is a test, but willpower and faith can overcome anything. And in the end, that light, however faint, however small, will always shine. If we keep moving forward, Li Guiying's story shows us that no matter how great the challenges, as long as we do not give up, the light will always guide the way. Keep your faith, keep moving forward, and find hope within your own life. If you love stories of resilience, courage, and light in the darkness, don't forget to follow Tales of Light, where every story shines as a guiding light for life.